Good morning, everybody. How are you guys doing today? I know the market was doing pretty well. I noticed Amazon now turned over here heading into open, but nonetheless, the SPY is breaking out up above 385. We're seeing that nice pop up to that 386 resistance. So glad to see the SPY breaking out like this today. It definitely is a good move, especially right off of market open. I'll definitely take that. It's having like I said, a pretty nice move. It's not like anything too insane or anything like that. But, we're up right around resistance. So definitely watch for that nice breakout to continue. Maybe later on today. Big resistance here, somewhere really, really close to 386. So just keep that level on the radar. If we look on like a 180-day, 1-hour chart, you can see 186 has been, or 386, I should say, has been touched a few times, along with like right around 385. So it's a little bit crazy there. You have like a 50-cent margin, but nonetheless, the stock is doing pretty well. So glad to see SPY pointing to the upside. Looks like QQQ is also having similar price action, pointing up. They have a big resistance. It looks like up around 291. So I'll be watching that one for another breakout, possibly to the upside. And looking at some of these tech stocks though across the board, I was hoping to see Meta go green at open, but that's all right. I guess they're a little slow today. Square is also down a little bit. Let me check my watch list, see what's leading it up is Caterpillar. Believe it or not, Cat is really running up here today. What happened yesterday? I mean, let's see. Oh wow, there was some Caterpillar whale trades yesterday. Here we go. Yeah, right here. Thinkorswim News, Caterpillar whale trades. I mean, pretty funny to to see this. Wow. Yeah, let's see. Wow. Here we go. Here's some put trades on Cat. It says they're bearish on those, but I don't know. I bet they were shorting those because you can't tell, I don't think. Yeah, I would say, see, it says sentiment bearish, but like if they were shorting the puts, then I don't know. But yeah, Caterpillar's definitely having a big pop up today, nonetheless, guys. I mean, that's a big move. 4% out of a slower mover like Cat. And I know Sean loves Cat. He calls it Big Cat. It has me laughing. But yeah, that's hilarious, Sean. I love Big Cat. But yeah, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Mike, Vicky, George, Catherine, Jamie, Keisha. Let me know what stocks you guys are watching, of course, and don't forget to smash that like button. That'll really help out, especially as we go on through the stream. But yeah, right now, Cat is really having some good momentum. I mean, it is starting to pull back a little bit here at open, but it's not the worst move back to the downside that I've ever seen. XPEV is really popping up today, though, guys. Like XPEV, Neo, and I would guess LI. Let's see, LI. Yeah, LI is up today too, just not as much as Neo, but Neo's up almost 6%. I mean, talk about a great explosive move for them. I know they had their power day yesterday and they fell off, but today they are roaring back to life, so that's awesome. XPEV is another China EV stock. This one is also moving to the upside. And Warren Buffett's China EV stock BYDDY is also exploding, which is a pretty interesting move there. Hang on one second, gonna post this. That's pretty big to see that big move like that with BYDDY. That is a big pop up, guys. And if we look at another stock like Neo, for example, this one's up a lot too, like 7%. But BYDDY has honestly been holding up a lot lately. Like look at BYDDY on the max daily chart. Like, I mean, oh man. I think we all need to start listening to Warren Buffett a little bit more, guys. I mean, look at all these other EV stocks right now down. and Warren Buffett's is up. Yeah, that is crazy, guys. Like this daily chart is just absolutely insane to see with BYDDY. But let's go check out Tesla because they are really breaking out this morning right at market open. We got the breakout up above 703.50. There we go. Tesla flying up. Glad to see that big move up to around 710 there. You could maybe have caught a quick scalp there. That was actually my free day trade in the Discord today, was Tesla up above 703.70, and that happened right around market open. Now we're flying up to around that 710 resistance up there around the top. That is definitely going to be a big level to look at, 710, and then after that 720. I feel like we can go way higher than 710 today, so I'd definitely be on the lookout for that. I think that there's a good chance that that could happen. So just be a little bit aware here. We have some good momentum going on with Tesla. So if you guys are looking for day trades, who knows? Maybe Tesla could be one of the ones to eye up today because it is looking hot. I also noticed Enphase is looking pretty hot as well. Talking about stocks being hot here, I mean, just my watch list today, guys, is amazing. I only have a couple stocks in the red here, which is great. And they're slow movers like Walmart, Kraft, Carrier, Pepsi, Triple M, Lockheed Martin. Those types of stocks are down. I have Activision slightly red too, but almost everything else on my watch list is green. Anything from Nvidia to Matterport to Fubo, Win, cruise lines, oil. I mean, it's a pretty good morning, guys. I'll take this good momentum, and yeah, there we go. But let's go see ChargePoint really quick because this is another one. They're running up to a pretty big resistance here, pretty close to $13. I'm gonna place that down on the chart here really quickly, up around 13. We'll have to see if we can get up through that or not. There's another resistance up there, like right around 13.20. So really anywhere between that little range, I feel like we could see a bit of a bounce here. I'll draw the range just so you guys can see what I mean. See how there's just been a lot of little bounces here all over that area. So pretty scary when you see the stock running up into that. Tough to buy. But General Motors having a good day. Ford, yeah, Ford up 4.2%. Another great day. We talked about this one a little bit in last night's video, and Ford's bouncing like right off of the 1,000 SMA, guys. It's at a pretty good price point. Now, obviously, just be careful with Ford. It's not like it's not like a shorter term play in my opinion. I like it for the longer term. So I would be just averaging into shares and stuff like that down here. But yeah, it's pretty crazy to see how much this one's up today too. I mean, almost every stock on my watch list is up over like 2%. Of course, though, DraftKings isn't up like 10% or anything. Of course, I mean, I'd love to see them up like 10%. That'd be great. But let's see. I know Plug Power is following Enphase up today in a big way, which is pretty cool to see. George says SPCE, which is Mike's day trade. Let's see. Yeah, SPCE is also breaking out to the upside, which is awesome there. So yeah, cool to see that, George. They had a nice resistance there at 680, and yeah, had a nice breakout as well. So yeah, so far today, both day trades, SPCE and Tesla, have broken out. So that's cool to see, and they both I believe ran up to the target. So Tesla hit my target, or it got really close. It got within like 40 cents. But let's see, SPCE said 695 to 7. Yeah, so his over, I guess I should say, broke the target. So that's great to see. Both day trades doing great today. So cool to see that, George. Always cool to see those day trades popping off. I love those setups sometimes. Sometimes those setups can be amazing. And, like whenever you're looking at Tesla today and SPCE both, but whenever you look at these stocks, I mean, it's pretty obvious to see like a pretty solid resistance here. And you're just waiting for a break in the morning. And when you see the break, just fire the play. Of course, you always have to be careful of pullbacks and fake outs and stuff like that. But overall, you just have to fire off the play there. Mike Chang says need Disney to break out. Let's see, Disney, DIS. Yeah, we do. It's only up 0.5%. At least it's in the green, Mike. But yeah, I definitely feel what you're saying here with Disney. This is not what we want to see. We would much rather see some pretty some safer movement and stuff like that. This is pretty pretty negative today on a day where you go look at something like Apple and it's extending out to the upside, and Disney's just sitting down there real low. I will say though, Microsoft looks a little bit like Disney, which is interesting, Mike. So, uh, just interesting little take on that. But yeah, it's pretty cool to see Microsoft following like, or not following Disney, but they're just moving similar. You know, like they're not exploding, but we have a lot of stocks this morning really moving to the upside, especially like bigger tech stocks besides Microsoft. I don't know what's wrong with them. I also saw Meta like wasn't having the best morning either. They're also extremely slow compared to, you know, like a lot of these other tech stocks. Like let's go check out just any other tech stock. Let's just say like Peloton, for example. You know, like even Peloton's green. That's like one of the, you know, craziest stocks out there. You know, you go look at Nvidia, that one's green. AMD's green. Intel's green. So interesting. But yeah, AMD is exploding, guys. I mean, I'm not saying like it's up 10%, but the way that it's moving out of the off of these supports and stuff up above 76 is just amazing. Like that's great intraday price action there. Nvidia looks pretty hot too, the way it gapped up and is continuing now to just slowly stair step itself up. Like pretty good setup here, and it's just slowly but surely like extending to the upside this morning. But yeah, let me know what other stocks you guys want me to check out today. I'll definitely check them out. Going back to SPCE though, that thing is still popping up. Good call there, George. Yeah, that thing was really breaking with Mike's day trade there. So really crazy move, but yeah, that's great to see. All the way up now to 708 at the high. Broke well above the target he had of $7 there. So amazing move. Tesla is still going now too, up to 711.76. Hit the target now, so there we go. We'll take that. That is awesome. Cool to see there. Let's see, what else do we have running? Is Rivian still moving up today off of that news yesterday? Let's see. Yeah, it's trying. I will say Rivian, there we go. As soon as I turned it on here, we started extending out on this 1 minute chart all the way up to $30.68. Yeah, so great move out of Rivian. I'll definitely enjoy that, and it's having a pretty solid push back to the upside here. So looking at Rivian overall today, I'm going to really keep my eyes just on the momentum. Like we literally just broke, so we have to just make sure that we can hold up above here, and it honestly looks pretty hot. So yeah, watch this one for an intraday day trade, guys. I think you guys will like this one quite a bit. Drake said, is options trading the only form of day trade? No, Drake, it's definitely not. It's definitely not. So here, let me get up a calculator really quick. This will make it a little bit easier to see for you. So let's just say we go to a stock, a random stock here. Let's just say we pick, let's do an easy one. Let's pick Ford. Okay, we'll pick Ford. Ford's pretty easy. It's only 12 bucks. So if I was going to day trade Ford here, like let's say Ford's up 4.4% here, Drake. So whenever you trade the reason why options trading is so much more, I guess you could say enticing for day trades, Drake, is that you don't have to front a lot of capital in order to make a decent amount of money if the stock moves in the right direction for you. So what I mean by that is like with an option, you're pretty much paying like the difference between, you know, the stock's price and like the strike price that you're currently on. It's not always like 100%, you know, the difference. So keep that in mind. It fluctuates a little bit depending on the options, Greeks and stuff like that. But nonetheless, the main thing is like whenever you're trading options, you can trade. For example, I could go buy like a Ford $12 call today, and like let me tell you the price of this $12 call. So the Ford $12 call for this week is trading for $4. Let me go to the July 15th one. Let's see. So the July 15th $12 call is selling right now for $15 only, okay? So and also that's up 100% plus today. So the main thing I'm trying to, you know, get across here is that whenever you're trading this, it only, you know, you can buy a contract for $15, and potentially that $15 contract could end up being worth $30 or $45 or $60. You can make like 300% on those options. Now that's where people, you know, they start gambling a little bit because they want to catch that 300% move. But keep in mind that stuff is pretty rare. It doesn't happen all the time, but sometimes you'll catch a pretty big winner if you're doing those types of trades. So that's why people generally do that. But the reason I brought the calculator up was to show you that you don't always have to use options to day trade. So if you bought Ford, let's just say at $11 yesterday, and you sold it up around the high of day at 11.20. So if you had $11 per share, and let's just say you had like, $5,000 to invest with. So you do 5,000 times 11, you'd come up with 454 shares, and the stock moved up 20 cents. So you do let's see, what was it again? 5,000 divided by 11. What was it? 454. So now you do 454. 454 times 11, 20. So now it'd be $5,084. So if you would have traded that up yesterday, you would have profited $84. Now, if you were going to trade forward options yesterday, let me go to the July 15th options chain, and I'll bring that up on the chart for you for those $12 strike calls again, just so you can kind of see like a chart comparison there. Okay. Because you can see how these didn't really do as like well as people hope. But they went up a little bit. All right, here you go for the Ford calls. So you can see here's the Ford calls. So yesterday, like low of day, you could have picked up maybe like 7 cents, which would be $7 or something, and then sold them like up around $9. So, like a little bit of an increase. Like today, they're up like 100% from yesterday. Now, this is not the most like liquid options chain out there. So, little bit of a different example, but nonetheless, it still kind of goes to show like you can still make money with shares. It's just you have to front more capital to make that type of money day trading. Like if you're targeting to try to make $200 a day and you have to buy shares every single time, you're gonna have to front maybe like 10 grand or more than that to try to hit those type of numbers. So that's pretty much how you would do that with the shares. But good question, Drake. I think that's a pretty good question. I think a lot of people are probably interested in that. Sean says, got you Bluetooth to the car radio for my drive to the course. There we go, Sean. Good luck today. Channel your inner tiger today. You better do good. I actually have a round robin tournament this weekend, Sean, so that's going to be an interesting one for me. 6 shots of alternate shot, 6 scramble holes, and then 6 holes of best ball. So going to be a crazy day on that. But nonetheless, SPY's really breaking out today, guys. Up above 386. We are running to the upside. Great day, Sean, to be in the market. Let's see LabU again. Sean, LabU's going again. Like, I don't know what's up with this stock, but that is insane. Every single morning, this stock has been up ever since you told me about it. Yeah, and Catherine, Baba really is running. Talk about a good breakout here. This thing is explosive. I mean, it pulled back over the past 2 minutes, but wow, that was a crazy move up to 124. Catherine, that is an amazing thing to see, in my opinion. So, cool call out there on Baba. Glad to see that you mentioned a nice China stock there. Let's see, JD's moving up, Baidu, XPEV, Neo. Yeah, I mean, these China stocks are having a day. Neo's almost up 10% now. Awesome. Nobu says, when moon? Hey, it looks like we're mooning now on a lot of stuff, Nobu. I don't know if you mean a specific stock or something, maybe GameStop, something like that. GameStop isn't really doing too much today. I've been watching it in the background, waiting for a break, but it hasn't really, it hasn't really moved up too much today. I guess it just had too much hype yesterday with that split news coming out. But George is saying run is at the resistance of June 28th. Yes, it is actually. Good call there. That is a pretty big resistance. That was a big resistance in June and even in the past too. So yeah, you're definitely right about that. Let me mark the level there. Like right up there, right at the high of day today. Let's see. Yeah, it was literally like right on it. George, really good call. It was, yeah, right at the resistance. So it might not be able to break that today. It's already up 6%. It definitely has a chance to, though, with all the momentum in here. I'm not sure I'd trade that up right now, George, but either way, I hope it ends up breaking out for us in a pretty big way. So that's cool to see there. Scrolling down through my watch list, some of these stocks that I've noticed we haven't talked about in a little while, kind of like X, like US Steel. This stock has been all over the place since COVID, and I know it had that crazy uptrend, and now it moved back to the downside. And yeah, I mean, this stock has been all over the place the past couple of years. Yeah, it's almost actually back to lows now, but nonetheless, it's had a pretty crazy chart. Wanted to also check out GLD, which follows metals, and GLD really tanked down from 170 now down to around 163 down here at the low. That is not good to see. Pretty crazy to see that continuing to fall off there. Inversing the dollar, like we talk about it a lot, but gold does not like to move with the dollar, and it did for a while because of Russia. Obviously there's always as we say, there's always some type of background causes, making things move. But nonetheless, it ended up coming back down with reality, and yeah, followed that dollar. So the dollar's exploding and gold is getting destroyed. Kind of crazy to see the difference there. Yeah, I hate to see the dollar continue up this high, guys. I mean, I know that's not good for trade. So that's tough with the dollar. A lot of people like to argue a high dollar is good, but it's it can be good, but for the overall economy, especially with what we do with imports and exports and stuff, we need it low. But it's okay, I guess right now it's all right. Inflation's rampant anyways, so the economy's kind of in a weird spot anyways, so not the craziest thing. CZR, Caesars having a pretty good day today, along with Win, MGM, stocks like that. Let's see MGM. Yeah, MGM up 2% there again. That's awesome to see. If you guys want me to check out any technicals or support and resistance or anything like that, let me know. If you want me to go through some stocks and maybe look for some longer term uptrends, we definitely can. We actually just redid the stock algo that's on TradingView. So guys, we redid this. It has a lot of cool things on here. You can see at the top right, it tells you percentages of the average percent rise on a green day, the average percent falls on red days. It tells you the correlation to the SPY. It tells you today's move. It tells you the percentage of green days versus the percentage of red days over history. So pretty cool stuff. It also tells you when the stock is oversold. Now, of course, it doesn't always hit it 100%, but if you would like average in, for example, on a lot of these oversold calls, man, you'd end up averaging into some pretty good prices and maybe have some good trades back up. So if I go look at like Apple, for example, just takes a second to load. You can see how there's like three oversold call outs down there. So I'd really look at Apple right now, maybe for a bit of a dip buy. And the one oversold got really, really close to the bottom. So I'm going to really eye that up for a possible pickup back to the upside. But yeah, you can see there's been a lot of good oversold calls on Apple. Like generally, whenever this is called oversold on Apple, Apple's been at a pretty good price to buy, especially if you average in. So as long as you can average into shares or maybe just sell some cash secured puts or something, that could be a pretty good way to go. You can see now this changed the correlation to SPY is now 0.63. You can see on a day that Apple's usually green, they rise on an average of 1.26% and they fall on an average of 1.35%. So that's interesting. So if Apple's up over like 1.26%, it's moving higher than the average, at least the average of like the past year. And then green days, you can see it has more green days than red days, which is cool. But now let's go to a stock that maybe isn't doing so hot this year, like Zoom. You can see the green days compared to red days are a lot different, so it's pretty crazy. I bet Rivian would look something like this too. Let's see, Rivian. Yeah, exactly. Rivian has a very close percentage green days to percentage red days there. So yeah, really, really, really close, but And you can see it says correlation to SPY, none. That's funny. Rivian has no correlation. That is, no, I'm just joking. Everything has something, it's just not picking it up. Let's see Unity though. Yeah, Unity has more green days than red days though. That's cool to see, and you can see how Unity has a lot bigger moves than usual. So like today they're up, it says 6%, but the average percent rise is 3.65%. Like that's a pretty big pop. See Asana. Yeah, Asana's another one. What about a stock that's done fairly well, like Costco? Let's see that. Yeah, Costco has a lot of green days compared to red days. And the average percent rise is pretty close to the average percent fall, which is pretty cool, I guess. But yeah, this new algo is awesome, guys. I love this one. It's awesome to use. Santi says, "Morning, Tom. How's Palantir looking to you?" Let's see. Good old PLTR today. Let's see. I mean, it's having a nice move to the upside here. Let's check out the 5-minute candle. Wow. Yeah, I mean, Palantir really is moving back up, isn't it? Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that's a great move up today with Palantir heading up right into resistance. Let me go back to the Thinkorswim chart really quick. Yeah, heading right up into resistance. Looks pretty hot today. Hey, SM fan, another super chat. Thank you again. He says, "Hi, Tom. Tesla, Google, keep going up. We're time to buy puts." Yeah, thank you so much for the super chat, SM. I'm always appreciate that. But yeah, thank you so much. Let's check out Tesla again. You know, Tesla was my free day trade today, SM fan. Oh, I mean, intraday, I would personally say Tesla's got to slow down at some point today. I mean, this is a pretty big explosion. I would like lean to buying puts now at this point, honestly. It's just there's so much momentum. That's a tough one to gauge, SM. I'm leaning towards buying puts here personally though. So in my opinion, I would say, you know, maybe start to look at getting some puts, start to look for a bit of a pullback. Tesla can have big moves though. It's only up like 3.6%, but yeah, I would say start to look for some intraday puts, but like I said, there's a lot of momentum this morning. Let's see Google. Maybe that one will have some better, you know, look a little bit different to me. Let's see. On the daily, it looks pretty hot. Yeah, I mean, it's so tough to say today. Like I said, still kind of leaning towards puts. Like Google's kind of slowing down, turning back over. I like Google's setup to the upside more than Tesla's though. Like Tesla has really exploded. So I would expect Tesla to have a slight pullback or something like that intraday. Now, SM, when I say slight pullback, I kind of mean like this on the other day. See how Tesla was like flying up, then they'd pull back for maybe, you know, 30 minutes. Nothing too crazy, but just like, you know, like a good like $5 to $6 pullback on Tesla. That's kind of like what I can see here. Maybe another drop back down to like 715 or something close to that. If it doesn't keep running, but yeah, like I said, I'd be eyeing up some puts today. But yeah, thank you so much for that super chat. Really glad to see you back in here this morning. I didn't even know you were in here today, SM, and then you surprised me, so I'll take it. But yeah, Tesla's really having a great morning. Hunter says good morning too. Yeah, thank you, Hunter, for joining up. Good morning. What are you watching today, Hunter? You see anything catching your eyes? I know there's a lot of movement today, so I'm sure there's something out there. Barasa gives me some dots here. Yeah. Hey, or Barca. Yeah, but Santi earlier asked how Palantir was doing. Let's go back to that really quick because that was kind of running up into resistance at 1020, and it looks like we're now hitting that resistance, and we are popping back to the downside. So pretty crazy to see Palantir hitting that resistance and moving back to the downside like that. Not really what I want to see, but maybe we can see that breakout up above that resistance later on today, and we can start to see some good price action. Yeah, there comes Tesla with that slight move back down. Yeah, there it goes. I'm not sure, like, you know, you would have had to time that pretty good up there to be up at this point. It's not really too big of a move yet, but you know, if we get like another big like red 5-minute candle here, you know, then the puts would have been pretty good. But yeah, like I said, just a slight pullback is what I was kind of expecting there. Raymond gave some airplanes. Yeah, we're flying today, aren't we, Raymond? I'll take that. Man, that's a lot better than the bears with the punches you usually like to throw out. So I'll take the airplanes today. Oh wow, but Spy hit right on my resistance, guys. Like right on it, which is hilarious. Like I've had that on my chart for a while. Pretty funny to see it hit that and come right back down. Why do I even have that? Oh, it's from the other day. Interesting. Let me check out a 90-day 5-minute. Okay. Yeah, that was like right around the like levels of like last week, that low where we saw like 3 or 4 bounces at 387.50. Yeah, I remember day trading that like a week ago. That was big at that level. But yeah, it hit right on that resistance. I mean, right on it. And now we're moving right back to the downside off that. So that sucks to see. Hunter says he's watching Facebook struggle or Meta. I know I was too, Hunter. Earlier this morning, I was watching it, and all the other stocks on the market were flying up, but Meta was one of the ones that were on my watch list, like all the way down at lows. Like it was green, but just barely. Now it is actually back in the red, which sucks to see. I know Disney was another one that wasn't really having good momentum today either, Hunter. Yeah, like Meta, Disney. Let's see what else is on here right here. Netflix, I believe. Yeah, like Netflix now is coming back down. Yeah, like some of these stocks just didn't get the type of momentum that, that we wanted. Obviously, as some of the stocks did, though. I will say I noticed today, like Oxy and oil plays are coming back to life. Like Oxy, ZOM, stocks like that. Going to crude oil's chart, crude oil had a pretty good pop back up above $100 a share today. Crude is actually touching right on the 1,000 SMA too, so I don't know if you guys are into like crude oil at all, but you might be able to buy drip today. If we get rejected here and crude keeps falling off, drip should be a pretty good play to the upside on this dip buy, as long as it moves up. Now keep in mind, oil has to go up though, or else drip's gonna get destroyed. So, or I mean, oil has to fall. Oil has to fall, or drip's gonna get destroyed. So definitely keep your eyes on crude if you're trading drip, but I think that could be a pretty good opportunity as long as this rejection holds up at the 1,000 here, which I think it might. Pretty good day today. Let's see. Enphase is still moving today, guys. Let's see Enphase. Oh, ENPH. Yeah, Enphase still ran all the way up to that 210 resistance. I mean, it's second on my watch list today, up. It was 8% a second ago, now 7.8%, but still, I mean, great move today out of them. I'll take that any day of the week. George says, Nvidia screwed me again, this market. Let's see what happened, George. Did it reverse on you? Oh, yeah, it probably looks like you probably got some calls and she reversed. Yeah, that's not what you want to see out of Nvidia there. Or you had puts yesterday and the stock went up. But I would guess you tried to day trade it this morning, George. Yeah, let me know what you did with it. But yeah, that's not good. It sucks that it pulled back like that. Too bad we didn't see a continued breakout there. Yeah, AMD's also pulling back a little bit, just like Nvidia. Interesting to see that. Let's go check back in on GameStop really quick though, because their stock has actually still had some fairly good momentum here so far today. Like there's a huge double top up around 131, but I feel like we have a good chance to maybe break this today. Like the stock has some pretty good price action. I mean, look at that big explosion, consolidation, big explosion, consolidation. Are we going to see another big explosion now? I mean, I'm definitely hoping for it, but yeah, I'll take that though. At least it's green. I mean, plenty of times we've seen things tumble over after big events like a stock split announcement or stuff like that. Now, obviously, Tesla and Apple have won up on their split announcements, but you know what I mean? Like, if a stock flies up like 10% in after hours, sometimes the next day it doesn't really do too well. So I'll take this one holding up. Win is also moving back. They were exploding this morning. Let's see those cruise lines. RCL, CCL. Yeah, big pullbacks back down. Let's see the airlines. Delta's down. American. Americans down below the 1,000 SMA, which is definitely not good. Yeah, that's you hate to see that. Wow. George says, "Yeah, I tried day trading Nvidia, got in at the breakout, and it reversed. It's so typical of me. I always get the reversals. I should be shorting when I feel like going long." And he gives a laughing face. Yeah, I know. Sometimes it feels like that, doesn't it? Like you go on like a little bit of a streak or something like that, and yeah, it can definitely feel like you need to short yourself almost. But I feel you, George. That's funny there. Yeah, you'll catch one though here one day. That breakout though, like where were you playing the breakout at exactly? Let's see. If you were playing this break right here, could have been pretty good, I guess. If you're okay with taking like 5 to 10% profits, but yeah, just didn't have the explosiveness that I was hoping for this morning. So sucks to see there. But yeah, guys, smash that like button, of course. Like I said earlier, that really helps the stream. And, of course, stocks are doing pretty good today. So overall, just hit that like button. Pretty good day in general. And, of course, it always helps us out. But, yeah, I appreciate it, guys. And, yeah, at least now, George, NVIDIA's coming back. Did you cut it already now? I'm guessing you cut it probably. Or did you play that breakout? That breakout would have been tough, but I hope it comes back up. I don't have a good feeling though. I have a feeling it might end up consolidating a little bit more here. But going to stocks in my watch list that are down today, I see Redbox is down 4.7%, and then UAL right below that, 1.3%. So definitely some like a mixed market this morning. Let's go see Zoom. Good old Zoom. Yeah, Zoom's holding up okay, right around 120. Oh, excuse me, guys. I had a yawn there. Caught me off guard. Didn't even feel it coming, but sorry about that. But yeah, it's Zoom's right around 120 is what I was saying. Pretty big resistance, so we could break that. Hey, I'll take that movement, and I bet we could see some pretty good price action out of good old Zoomy boy today. But let's go into the let's go to CNBC really quick today. See like what type of articles are coming out, because this morning there were some pretty funny ones. So I don't know if you guys saw this, but Boris Johnson resigned today, believe it or not. They're calling him the Teflon Prime Minister. But yeah, he's resigning. I can't believe he's resigning, but yeah, I can't I don't know. I can't believe it. Apparently one conservative party member after another are publicly voicing their lack of confidence in him. So that's pretty big. I know over there in the UK, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff going on. Obviously, with there was the whole thing with Brexit going on with the EU, and they have a lot of weird issues over there. Obviously, so I don't know. We'll have to see exactly what happened. But oh wow, so they pretty much are saying if the Conservative Party doesn't get rid of him, then the Labour Party will act in the national interest and bring a vote of no confidence. So I guess they can bring a vote of no confidence and like kick him out. So that's pretty much like what they're threatening to do if he didn't get out of there. Kind of like I guess what happened with like Nixon back in the day. Nixon had some issues. He obviously they had the Watergate go on and all that, and he was either going to resign or be impeached and get kicked out of office. So he just chose resigning. And I think that's kind of like what Boris Johnson is at too. Although I will say I don't know all of the scandals going on over here in the UK with Johnson or anything like that. So I'm not I have a huge I don't know. I'm reading this article and I'm sitting here just thinking like what's going on over here in the UK, like over here in the US, I feel like our guys have so much like controversy and stuff like that. Like Biden's out here like falling down, and in the past like Biden said like very racist things like the N word, you know, and lots of crazy stuff. And Trump's done a lot of crazy things like sex scandals and all that stuff. I don't know what this guy did to get kicked out of office, but man, that's pretty crazy to see that they're trying to kick him out with a vote of confidence. I mean, that's pretty crazy. Apparently, he survived a vote of confidence last month. Apparently, so wow, pretty crazy. Pretty crazy to see that those politics over there. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but hopefully they get a good leader over there that knows what they're doing. But nonetheless, figured I'd talk about it for a little bit. I thought it was a very funny topic there. Tesla George says it's too random on Nvidia. He don't trust it anymore. He also says Tesla hit a new high of day. There we go. Did it? Let's see. Yeah, up to 723.32. That is a huge move up there. So I'll take that. That is a very nice move today, George. Great pointing that out there. I'll take that. Let's see. Uh, Atomistic Part B says Britain is completely different from the U.S. presidential system. Yeah, I know. I know that. Obviously, it is. You know, it's a prime minister. I know that, it's a totally different election system, even. And I know all of that. But my whole thing right here, atomistic, is just my whole point here is that could you imagine if some of our political people were over there? Like, you would have a talk about a whirlwind, right? Like, this guy's getting kicked out for just probably just doing normal policy and stuff, whereas like our guys have, like, sex scandals and all these crazy things. Now I get that the whole system's different, but when it comes to politics, people play politics everywhere, so keep that in mind. But good comment though. Definitely is different. But yeah, Tesla is hitting a new high of day, George. That was a big move up to 723.32. Huge move up. Let's go check out some other big news this morning. Gasoline futures are dropping, it says. Let's go check those out. /RB. Oh, they were, but not this morning. Now they're up 4.6%. They're actually moving up now, but yeah, pretty crazy to see that. That article is whack. Let's go back and see what else here. States are spending billions on EVs in battle to replace automotive capital Michigan. Yeah, I know Detroit's huge for that, guys, as well as some other even uh, towns in Michigan are pretty big too. Casino industry urges federal prosecutors to crack down on illegal operators. What are, like, illegal operators, I guess? Ah, offshore sites. Yeah, I will say, guys, if you guys ever go to like my bookie and you use that over like some of these other websites, you don't have to pay, like, I don't think, like, tax and a lot of that stuff, but they have worse lines though, so that sucks. But interesting for them to say that. FanDuel CEO said that, so I guess that would help DraftKings too. But U.S. House panel asks gunmakers to testify amid mass shootings. Oh, geez, that would be a bad testifying, or a bad time in court, I guess. See what else is happening here on the news this morning. Anything big? Jobless claims edge up to highest since January. Planned layoffs. So I know we have some big news coming up tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time in the morning, we're gonna have non-farm payrolls and the unemployment rate for June. So keep that in mind. That's gonna be a pretty big, some pretty big data sets coming out tomorrow. So definitely be ready for that. Give me one sec, guys. I'll be right back. I'm gonna move over to the SPY really quickly. I'll be right back. Just give me one sec. Sorry about that, guys, but as always, if you have any other plays or anything like that you guys want to go over, just let me know and we can check that out really quickly. But yeah, just let me know what you want to see this morning and we can make it happen, whether it's a stock or a crypto or anything like that. Just let me know. We can talk about it a little bit more. We can talk about Britain if you want to. Anything like that. George says check Teledoc TDOC. Hey, there we go, George. I'll take that. It's moving up this morning, having a pretty good move up there. Yeah, I'll take that. I will say, George, it's running right up into that resistance, I'm sure, as you saw. Getting really close to those levels of yesterday morning, so it is hot though, that's for sure, George. I'll take that. Good movement any day. Any day of the week. Let's see if there's any other growth stocks moving like that. So we have ChargePoint on the list running up. RUN. Yeah, RUN starting to go green again, George. I think you talked about that one a little bit earlier too. That's cool to see there. Moderna, mRNA, up to around 170, up 6%. Big vaccine stock moving up today. Interesting. What about Pfizer? Yeah, Pfizer. I know NVAX is moving, somebody said in Discord. Mike posted some news for NVAX. Guys, NVAX, here we go. Look at this. This is some really good momentum today. Yeah, that's really good movement, actually. Very nice price action out of NVAX. It's starting to really extend up to around almost $70 now. We're almost there. Let's see how Bitcoin's moving. BTC, USD. Hey, there we go. Bitcoin's up above 20K. I'll take that. Looks like that happened like yesterday or last night or something. Yeah, there we go. I'll take that nice move back up to there. Man, Bitcoin's been very rough lately, so I'm happy to see that it's moving back up again. Wow. That's terrible, up to almost 20,800 there. Yeah, that is just, that's insane. Let's see what else we have. Let's see some economy stuff today. Let's see. The effective federal funds rate. Oh, they only have dailies for it. It's okay though. Up to 1.21. You can see it's definitely been, that federal fund rate has definitely been rising since February or March. We're heading back. You can see the federal funds rate was very high in like the 2000s. Wow. Can't believe it was so low there for so long after 2008. That's pretty crazy, actually. I didn't realize that those rates were that low for that long after 2008 happened. It's pretty insane, actually, to see that it was down low that long. I didn't think it'd be that drastic, but yeah, pretty crazy. I don't know if you guys keep up with those federal fund rates or anything like that, but pretty cool to see that. Manny says ASML, Mike. Yeah, sure thing. ASML. I will say though, Manny, this is Tom, not Mike, but hey, I'll take the comment anyways, and we'll check out ASML for you. Let's see though, ASML up to 445.50 here. Yeah, it looks like there's a big resistance on ASML up around like 447.24. On that 1 minute chart though, it does look pretty hot today, Manny. So good call out. If we can break above that high of today in pre-market, like right around 447.33, then I'll be eyeing up some nice plays to the upside. But we'll have to see what happens with it because ASML looks pretty tough here to trade today. You know, like a lot of consolidations going on, and it just looks like that we're maybe going to start falling off here a little bit. So be careful with it, Manny, but I hope that it holds for you. George says Twitter is also going. Is it? Let's see. Twitter. When's that Twitter deal going to go through? That's I don't think that's going to happen here. Did you guys see the crazy news this morning with Elon Musk, though? Oh my gosh, guys. This news is insane. Wait till you guys see this. You guys are going to laugh if you haven't seen it yet. I'm sure you have, though. If you haven't seen this news yet, then you're going to laugh. Let me know if you guys know what the news is before I get it. Actually, yeah, I'm going to give you guys a couple minutes. Let me know if you guys know the big news. Drake says, is Alibaba a sell or a hold? Are you talking about shares, Drake? Because I know earlier you were talking about shares. And if you're talking about shares, I would personally hold Alibaba. I think it's a great setup right now. We're having a great breakout up above 120 right here, Drake. This is pretty big. Yeah, I would definitely hold this. I like Baba right now quite a bit. I think that it's set to do pretty well. So that's just my opinion, though, Drake. It could always be different, but I love the stock, and I love the way the price action's going right here. Off the bottom, even on the daily chart here, I really like the price action just in general, and I think it looks very, very hot here to the upside. Let me see if there's like a trend line. Are we on a trend line at all? Let's see. I think we are. Yeah, it's not really lining up as well as I was anticipating, but nonetheless, it got really, really close. I will say that's a pretty nice setup there, Drake. I like it. He says shares, but IDK, how long to hold? Personally, Drake, I know this sounds a little bit tough, but I'd probably hold this one for maybe for like 6 months or something. I mean, honestly, I would probably look at like 6 months to a year, if not longer, Drake. I don't know if that's tying up too much capital for you for too long or something, but I would really hold that. He hit his goal of $20 profits today with GME. Thanks to you, anyways. Yeah. Thanks, Drake. Glad you hit your profits on GameStop. I mean, that's great to see. I hope that Baba does well for you, but I think holding it would be pretty good. You know, we're just starting to break out, so maybe even if we pull back down today a little bit, I feel like over the next few days we can keep ripping back up. The big thing's going to be like what's your average price at, I guess, is going to be the biggest thing with Baba today. But yeah, that goal of $20 on GameStop is nice. Glad that you came out with 20 there. GameStop did end up slowing down quite a bit, so interesting to see that. Like, what do you do? Do you trade puts on it, Drake, or did you end up trading it up for a while? Or I'll be interested to know that with GameStop because that's pretty interesting. But yeah, George says, yeah, twins. Yeah, let's get to that Elon Musk news. That Musk news, guys, is just insane today. Okay, Elon Musk. Oh gosh, wait till you see this. Elon Musk news. Oh my gosh, look at this. The New York Post. Elon Musk to speak at Sun Valley after baby mama revelations. Oh no. Oh no, that is not a good headline. Oh my gosh. Elon is just he's something else, guys. That is insane. Good old Elon Musk. I can't believe he had twins with one of his executives. That is insane. Interesting. It says that he will arrive at the Idaho ski resort Thursday. It's unclear what he plans to say, but he is going to be talking at some point. Is this her? Is this who? Let me zoom out here. God, there's women all over this thing. I guess that's the girl. Yep, that's her. That's the executive at Neuralink. Okay. So she's an executive at Neuralink. Very interesting. I'm trying to figure out what time he's talking later, really. Let's see. Was that Justine Musk? Yeah. Hmm. I don't see an exact time where it says he's talking. Yeah, like it. I don't see anything on here that says like what time. Ah, damn, that sucks. Yeah, but pretty crazy though, guys. Like, I don't know how you guys feel about this situation. It's kind of nuts. Really is. Drake says, since I'm very new, I'm still learning about options. I might start next week. So I bought shares of GME. Nice, Drake. Glad to see that you are getting into some shares and stuff like that there. Um, Here, I'll actually send you a link to the Discord in the chat here. If you are not in there yet, definitely check this out. You can come in and trade some options with us and stuff like that. If you need any help with options, let us know and we can help assist you in there with those. But yeah, just join that Discord. People are trading in there all day, Drake, if you're not in yet. George says AMD new high. He goes, this is where I'm usually faked in at, though. Let's see, AMD. Yeah, you're right. It is making a new high. This does look pretty hot, though, I would say, George. Like, a little bit of like a flag setup. You know, you might, I would say AMD has a pretty good chance to maybe come up and touch 80 today. I would hope it could touch 80 based off of the current movement, but yeah, you're right. It's a tough entry, especially at highs right there. I'd rather enter on like a specific break or something like that. Um, let's see, Nvidia. Nvidia's kind of holding up too, George. Interesting to see how that one is also holding itself to the upside pretty well. Yeah, lots of these growth stocks are still up a lot today, like Run, Enphase, stocks like that are all still running up right around the high. Like Run is really close to the high of day. We have Neo up around the high of day as well still. Matterport has been holding up. So yeah, great day today, guys. Glad everybody could join up and watch the stream today. I really appreciate everybody coming in here, like Mike, Vicky, of course, Keisha, Hunter, SM fan. I really appreciate you joining up and asking about Tesla and Google. Awesome to see there. Tesla ended up going up to 724, it looks like. Raymond, I appreciate. Keisha, like I said, Mike Chang, Catherine, Sean, Nobu, Santi, Barca. I even appreciate your 3 dots that you put. But yeah, I appreciate it, guys. SM fan says Apple calls before he leaves. Let's see, Apple calls. Yeah, let's see. Ooh, SM. It's so tough today. It's up so much, Apple is. Man, SM, I would really recommend against Apple calls right now. Kind of like what I said with Tesla earlier. Like, it's really starting to slow down. I would recommend something maybe trying to pull back to the downside, SM, but man, it's so hard to gauge with the stock already up so much, and SPY isn't really doing too much either. Apple calls. Yeah, I mean, that is very tough, SM. Um, I would say, yeah, I would say puts here at 146 personally. So that's my opinion on it. If we do break 146 though, SM, I would recommend just waiting for the break. If we break it to the upside, maybe get into some quick scalps. Maybe try to catch like a quick 5 to 10% on some calls and then hop out. Because like I said, I'm kind of expecting a move back down. Now there's a lot of momentum, just like what I said earlier, but at some point today, I mean, I feel like that Apple's going to have some type of intraday pullback, and I have a feeling it might happen here very, very shortly. But yeah, it's pretty big though. I will say Apple's had a great morning so far. SM, I hate to say I think it can go down, but yeah, I feel like it's going to try. George says DraftKings is also trying to break out. I hope so, George. We need some more 5 to 10% days on DraftKings. We need to get back up there, that's for sure. But yeah, you're right. Big resistance around 1285, like a nice triple top there. it does look like we are going to try to break that out to the upside, and I hope it ends up happening. So, yeah, I appreciate you guys joining up this morning, and guys, before I get off here, I got to show one thing today. So George says Tesla is hitting a new high, which is awesome. You know, that's great. Continuing to run up to 724.96. I'm glad it kept up with the momentum. I really thought it was going to turn over there. Let's see, Apple. Apple is starting to turn over a little bit. I'm not sure how much more that's going to keep going, but yeah, good call out there, George. Tesla is running up, and I want to go check out Elon Musk's Twitter really quick, guys, because this is hilarious. He's on Twitter here making some funny stuff today. Oh, man. Look at this. He says, I hope you have a big families and congrats to those who already do. Oh my gosh. This guy is something else, man. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe he's saying this right now. I cannot believe he got on Twitter and just tweeted this right after this comes out. Oh my gosh. Population of Mars is still 0 people, he says. He says, I'm doing my best to help the underpopulated crisis. Oh my gosh. Guys, this is hilarious. Oh my god. This is making me laugh to this morning. He hadn't tweeted in weeks, and then this he tweets last night about this. And then it says revolutions on the Apple podcast. Uh-oh. I'll have to read into that and see what he's talking about, but Elon's out here talking about revolutions now. Man. That is funny though. I cannot believe he said this stuff, guys. This is hilarious. Doing my best to help the underpopulation crisis. A collapsing birth rate is the biggest danger civilization faces by far. That is hilarious. I can't believe he said that. I don't know if I should like that or not. I guess I will. I don't know. That is funny. I can't wait to hear you guys' thoughts on this. Manny says, check QQQ. Sure thing. I'll check it real quick before we leave here real quick. QQQ, high of day, 292.86. Ooh, yeah, it looks like it has a good high of day there, Manny. I have a feeling that we might get rejected somewhere there around 292.86. I have a feeling it can continue up, though, so I think it can. But, yeah, I appreciate you guys joining up today. I really do. I appreciate everybody liking the stream and joining up, of course. I really appreciate you, especially George and Drake and everybody like that. Drake says he joined the Discord and he's excited to learn. He can't wait to see what's going on. Wonder if there will be a voice channel added one day for discussions. Yeah, Drake, there might be one day. You know, I've noticed that there's been a lot of voice channels. People are into that a little bit, so we've definitely talked about doing that, and you know we might do it soon. So I appreciate the suggestion there, Drake. But yeah, if you guys need anything, I'll be in Discord all day today. As always, I have the link in there. So thank you for joining up. Have a great rest of your day, and let's get some nice profits.